Good morning, Chrissy Lee, Dari D. Been waiting for this live stream chat all week, huh? I look forward to these Saturday morning, chats. Blue Mermaid, good morning. I don't know what's going on with my chair here, but it keeps on sinking down. There, that's a lot better. So I'm like, I think maybe the hydraulic thing on it is something that's going out. Jeanette, good morning. Ryland, Blue Mermaid, Merry Christmas. It's getting there. So we got Opinionated Oma, good morning. Sorry. I'm like trying to look down in the corner here. Wooly Woolworth. Is that the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. Soccer Mom of One, good morning. I had a pretty uneventful week. There we go. But I'd say a good week. Thank you for asking. By the way, I'm a 6-year-old kid. 6 years old, you spell pretty good. Pretty damn good. I know adults who can't spell that well. C. Everett, good morning. Blue Mermaid, how are you? Are you okay, Will? Not bad. Not bad at all. Just a little tired, but my son got in town last night here for a whole month. He banked all his leave to be home for his 21st and Christmas. That is so cool, Oma. I'm glad he's there with you, especially for Christmas. Judy, good morning. My cat is sitting here staring at me. Guess what? See this. Hi, my name is Boki. I stare at him while he does his live streams. He does. He will sit there the entire time and just stare at me. Good morning, Kathy. How are you doing, sweetheart? Kimberly Jackson, I'm sorry. Good morning. Didn't mean to skip you. I've got a set on the lowest setting for so the chat doesn't just stream by, so I don't try not to miss people. He has big paws. Yeah. He's gonna go over there and take a cat nap now on the other chair. That cat follows me everywhere. I go to the bathroom. He sits right there on the counter, just staring at me. What are you doing? Could I do this too? we rescued him, and a friend of ours found him wandering around in their neighborhood, and they've got a lot of coyotes in their neighborhood. So they brought him in and fed him, and Then we took him down to have him wanted to see if he had a chip in him. He didn't. So we put up notices and everything else to see if anybody was missing a kitten. Nobody was. So we adopted him and we said, okay, he's ours now. So we went and got him fixed and chipped. So cute kitty. He is. Judy, cute. He wants screen time too. He does. He does have big paws. He's gonna be a big kitten, a big cat when he grows up. Good morning, Dardine Creek. It's funny hearing good morning when it's starting to get dark in the UK. Yeah. Good morning, Molly. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing well this morning. Scarlett Martin, you love this channel? Thank you. Chrissy Lee. I'm so happy. That is cool. Blue Mermaid's puppy follows her into the bathroom. You're on your 7th rescue cat? That's so cool. All of our cats have been rescues. Well, all of our dogs have been rescues, pretty much. Either that or people abandoned them. They were like, "Hey, can you watch this? My dog for a couple weeks while I get relocated," or circumstances came up, and they just never came back for the dog. We used to not anymore, but we used to volunteer with our local ASPCA and Humane Society here in America. And where we live, they're a no-kill shelter. But we used to walk dogs and take care of the cats there. So me and my wife would show up and we'd change the bedding, litter boxes for all the cats, and feed them. It was our routine 3 days a week. But they changed management, and we had a couple disputes with the new management about how they were going to take care of cats. They didn't feel that basically that it was money spent well to give medical attention to every cat that came in, that some of them just had to be euthanized because they were too far gone. So, and especially like they felt that way about the feral cats. So we said, as much as it hurts us, we just can't do this anymore. So we stopped volunteering with the Humane Society. They're still a great organization. They're still a no-kill shelter. They try to adopt out all animals, and they work with others, humane societies, and here on the West Coast. But we went on to volunteer with the Union Gospel Mission instead. And that's what we still do. I have a cat that's 26 pounds. What? That is a huge, heavy cat, Kimberly. Gained 10 after his siblings ran away. We're trying to slim him down, but it's hard with 4 other cats. Dang. That's got to be one big cat at 26 pounds. Good morning, Tammy. Oh, this one? Yeah. I had. So I normally have my camera on this tripod, but the screw that actually mounts it down broke. The part that actually tightens in on the camera itself and it mounts it to it so it doesn't fall off there. I can't figure out. I'm going to have to do something with it later on. But in the meantime, I've got the camera sitting on this, I think what they call it, a gimbal stand. I don't know the technical names for these things. Sometimes I buy these items. Sometimes my family buys them for me. But it's on this little stand on the desk. It's not very height adjustable, the stand it's on now. So we're kind of shooting from the opposite direction. I have an even bigger TV. These are all TVs, they're not monitors. But I have a bigger one. I have a 65-inch TV. Interesting story about that is, so I bought a TV for the house, and not even a month after I bought it, it started to flicker on and off. So I called up Best Buy. They connected me with Samsung, customer service. Customer service said, "Oh, you never should have been able to buy that. They weren't even supposed to sell that TV. It's underneath manufacturer recall. We're going to go ahead and just refund all your money right now." I had the TV maybe at that point a week. They gave me all my money back. They said, "Go buy another TV." So we went online and we looked up what was wrong with the TV, and it turns out that there was this little tiny chip in the back of it. Very accessible. 4 little screws came off, and the little chip was right there. And we took it out, and I have the chip to fix it. And I haven't put it in yet. That's why it's on the other side of the gray curtain there. Trying to get information on a service dog. I'm not a veteran, but I have a lot of health issues I really want to rescue, but I don't know if you can rescue a service animal. Chrissy, I don't know if you can rescue a service animal itself. I know a lot of service animals, like my sister used to help raise service dogs for, I can't remember the name of what the acronym was, but she helped raise from puppies with 4-H, and then the puppies went on to their diabetic dogs. But and they could smell between the difference. I think it was like Angel something or other. But I don't know if you can rescue them, because I think if like someone who had a service dog died, I don't think they sent them to like the pound or anything like that, or to humane societies. I think they trained them to be with somebody else instead. But they might. Good morning, Dana Schmida. Kim. We got a Kimberly and we have a Kim. We have RSPCA here in the UK, but they are also a no-kill. That's cool. You get your new toy today, a USB microphone for looking at my coins. Oh, microscope. You collect coins, Oma? That's cool. I have a huge coin collection from all around the world. I when my daughter was about, I want to say 3 or 4, she really got interested in money, and it was just something. I used to take a coin jar, nickels and dimes and quarters and $50 pieces, and it up. I mean, I couldn't figure out how did this kid figure out. She loved to add up coins, but did not like subtraction. No, Dad, I don't want to do subtraction. But at that time, I was selling items on eBay. This is way long time ago. I'll tell you just how long ago this was. On eBay, you had your option, either check, debit, or sending someone money in the mail to pay for the items you bought on eBay. And so I used to make an offer with people, if they, especially international customers, if if they send any coin from their country, I give them like 20% off their order or whatever they are buying. So I have a whole box full of coins from all over the world. That and we used to. I still have it somewhere. Metal detecting. I still have my Garrett AT Gold around here somewhere. No, it's in the house in the basement. It's not in here out here in the garage. But I love metal detecting. Worth a bit of money. There's some very interesting coins from around the world. You really want a metal detector? I'm telling you, it's a I used to make so much bank. I used to go when they would set up like a carnival, like traveling carnival, like the Davis Carnival. They would come to an area and they would break down and then they'd leave, and then I'd come in like the next day and I would find $30 in clad. Every once in a while I get lucky and find like a silver dime. Yorkshire, good morning. Dari D collects stamps and political buttons. I have some political buttons that they were my grandfather's, but they are from I think like 1960s, but they're more local politics. They're not national, but that's cool. It's a good hobby. Sarah Simmons, my daughter's 4 and has collected Pez dispensers. She is so serious about the collection too. It's so fun when kids have their own collection. Oh, Sarah. Oh. Be right. One second. Hopefully I don't fall and break my neck. All right. Let's see. Pez dispensers. I've got an entire box full of them right here in the garage. Some of these suckers are really, really old. Yeah, I've even got the big giant Homer Simpson in here. My daughter used to collect these. These are hers. They've been up on that shelf now. Well, they've been in this box since 3/21/2017. I live by the standard. All right, it gets boxed up. It goes into storage. If it stays there and it doesn't move, and it's there for more than 2 years, it needs to leave. That's cool. I'm trying to get my 14-year-old nephew into coin and stamp collecting. Informational and fun. It is. Blue Mermaid was looking at Pez dispensers in a sweet shop this afternoon. A huge collection. We used to go to trade shows. I had no idea that they had them, but they would have trade shows and collectible like shows where people they would trade and sell and these Pez dispensers. I had no idea till my daughter got into it. RJ, good morning. Hey, Will. Good morning, Crystal, aka Beaver Gaming Sub Crystal. Yeah, my daughter has they're not specially made, but they're shelves that a friend of ours made. He made a series of shelves that go on a wall for my wife and for my daughter. And so the ends of them are two cats, like Egyptian looking cats, and the shelf on the top, shelf on the bottom. He was a retired electrical engineer. Oh, thank you for the Crystal. Thank you for being me. Thank you. Isn't that cool? You can now get these animated stickers. I think that's cool as heck. YouTube just started this. A lot of other streaming services have had it for a long time, but they're just now finally getting into it and letting people do it. Oh, you're in Minnesota. Sarah Simons, I wouldn't want to sell them. I'd give them to you, but I mean, they're not mine. They're my daughter's. I'll ask her. Let me write your address down. P.O. Box 338. Colorado City, Minnesota 56222. Okay, Sarah, I wrote your address down, and then I deleted your message. So, there's no reason to keep that on there on the stream. We don't know how long people are gonna or who's gonna see it later on. I mean, those who are in here right now are just friends. Whoa, good morning. Where have you been hiding, Alan? Good morning. Hope you're doing well, Alan. I'm going to have to bail soon. My son is here, son, and then I have to run some errands. Well, Oma, I'm glad you could stop by this morning. Goofy Newfie, good morning. Good morning, Karen. I'll move my keyboard. Hold on a second. If I don't move the camera. There. Yeah, I've got this one here, and there's another one right here. So I'm looking at that one now. So I'm actually facing the camera and reading the comments. How odd. That way nobody has to stare at the side of my face. Good to see you too. Doing good. Great. Oh, William shows up in the stream. So William told me you could take a napkin, put coffee grounds in it, and then fold it up, and you could actually use it as a filter for your coffee pot. Now, I've been broke in my life before, and I never, ever knew you could do that. But I did it, and it worked perfect. I never knew that. Does anybody else know that you could do that? Take coffee grounds, put them in a napkin, and then fold it up, and it works perfectly fine as a coffee filter. I bought coffee filters. I just wanted to see if it would actually work, and it does. Your name is making me in the mood for a BLT. Hi, is Crystal Kenny going to prison? I don't know. Don't know the answer to that one. Oh, I'm sorry, Chrissy Lee. Has anybody else seen it, Buffer? Kazap, good morning. Zip. No, I'm not. I was reading that and where to go. Buttons are what you call blue mermaid, or what we call badges. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Blue Mermaid, thank you very much, sweetheart. I appreciate the super chat. Coffee is essential. It certainly is for me. I don't know if it's essential, but it's something it's part of my morning routine. Good morning, Will. How are you doing? I can almost not have to get out of my chair to get more coffee now. Oh, actually, all right. Well, I stand corrected. I don't have to get out of my chair at all. I'm able to reach it. I can wheel myself closer, but there's a cord that runs across the floor right there. But I got a full cup. Oh yeah. Speaking of Java, I need to brew myself a cup of Joe. I want a barista setup. Blood of the Martyr, 1987. What's up, big homie? How much? Hope you're doing well. I've got a beer fridge over there. That's all it's ever stored in it is beer. It's empty right now. Decaf iced tea. My family drinks a lot of tea. My wife and my daughter, a lot of tea. They I couldn't tell you what kind of tea they drink, but they are. My wife will have, like, when it comes to coffee, she'll drink maybe like half a cup. My daughter doesn't like coffee at all, but tea, they love tea. We have an entire cabinet. There's just nothing but tea. And we have a tea store that they go to. And every once in a while, I'll go over and I'll buy tea for them. And whenever I can find, like, the empty packages. And then they also have, like, they're members of, like, a monthly subscription club that sends them new teas. They get, I think once a month they send them. I think they're 1 ounce packages of different teas. Can't have caffeine, huh? Fill up the beer fridge and come on live tonight with Tim. Well, Tim's not in town. First off, Debbie, he's about 300 and some miles away. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to come on live tonight. I could try, but I can't guarantee anything there. I mean, overall, I think the chances are probably maybe 40% chance that I could. Well, I was asked by Hybrid Pisces if you could check and see if she is blocked by mistake. Yeah. Let me check. Don't go anywhere. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. I've got a lot of people in here that are blocked for one thing or another, but I don't think she's in here. I'm still here. Still checking on this. Because they don't put it in alphabetical order either, so. And the answer is no. She is not blocked. She is not on the list anywhere. If she's having problems joining the stream or commenting, I don't know what the issue could be there, because not on my end. I can't show you the entire list, but I mean, there's a lot. I've got a lot of people on the list that are blocked, but she's not on here anywhere, unless she's going by a different name underneath here. Going through it again, just make sure. Oh, definitely not there. You like seeing Joe Rogan in my suggestions, Oma? Yeah, I love watching Joe Rogan's podcast. I don't follow Stephanie Harlow. I've seen some of her content though. Are you gonna watch Oxygen about the detectives? Yeah, I'm guessing that's an Oxygen channel. I don't watch TV. I did watch in about an hour's worth of TV. See, today's Saturday, so it'd have been Tuesday night. I was at the dealership with my wife's car. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna do an oil change. We'll be done, in about 30 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, I'll just hang out and wait." So I'm sitting in the lobby area of the dealership. I'm like, there's nothing around anywhere except for more car dealerships. I'm sitting there. 30 minutes goes by. 40 minutes rolls by. Hour rolls by. Hour and 20 minutes rolls by. And I walk up to the counter and I'm like, "Hey, when's my wife's car going to be done?" And they're like, we're having difficulty getting the drain or plug or something out. It's I can't remember exactly, but they were having problems with it. Something with the drain, the oil draining. And I'm like, I've been here an hour and a half. I could have went home and came back here if I would have known it was going to take this long. And they're like, if it's going to be much longer, we can give you a free rental. And I'm like, I've already been here for an hour and a half. How much longer can it be? I could have done this at home in my driveway in 20 minutes if it wouldn't have voided the warranty for the car. A window regulator? Yeah. Day owl? Good morning. Later, 63. I'm allergic to milk protein. That sucks. Oh, I'm recording it so I can watch it. I gotta turn this. Hold on. There. Turn the glare so I'm not. Will, do you think Watts will stay in Wapump forever? Yes. The likelihood is that he will stay in the state of Wisconsin somewhere. I don't see, unless there becomes an issue with him and other inmates, he'll stay there in the state of Wisconsin forever. The state of Wisconsin is getting a pretty good amount of money to keep him. Blue Mermaid, I rarely watch TV anymore. I watch way too much YouTube. Oh, I'm right there with you, Blue Mermaid. I watched about an hour's worth of TV, like I was saying, at the dealership, sitting there in the lobby, like waiting room area. That was like the first hour of television I've probably watched in 4 months. I watched some TV when I was back home for my uncle's funeral, but not like live TV. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I wish they would have had it on some other channel. But I was too lazy to even get up to go, ask them to change the channel on the TV. Oma, I don't think they'll send him back to Colorado because the state of Colorado really is, their penitentiary system there is not set up for high profile inmates. They do have inmates of all different levels from low end to high end. But when it comes to high profile inmates like Christopher Watts and such, that was odd, that they're just not really set up for it. They don't want to spend the money to have somebody deal, with answering questions to the media and have all that set up. Where other prisons, they're like, God, who cares? We can get this person to have 2 job duties. Epitone, welcome. Kennedy's Grace, what time is the Watts thing happening today? I have no idea what that is about. Sam, welcome. Christopher Watts needs a big boy jail. He's in a big boy jail forever. 4 p.m. Kennedy's Grace. There must be something on television about him. Docuseries? You like docuseries? I'm a huge fan of documentaries. I watch a lot of them on Netflix. But here on my, on my computer, I've got a screen capture device set up on this other monitor, screen, TV, whatever. so I can record them, and then I save them all. Thumb drives. That way I can watch them later on at work or whatever. It's nice. Goodbye. It's an Oxy at 6. Christopher Watts would put the officers in danger. It's true. Lisa Rayner, good morning. Michelle Gordon, hello from England. Well, hello from the United States, from Washington State, west coast of the United States. Once it drops down to 40 degrees, I'm over it. Amazon Prime. Yeah, there isn't anybody in my house who doesn't have Amazon Prime. And this is the one time of the year that Amazon's probably losing their butts on that Prime. Everybody's home for the holidays. Well, at least most of them are. And all that free shipping. I just watched a paranormal documentary. You locked all the doors. Eastern Daylight Time, The Confessions. They were okay. I was going to say that if you want to watch the Watts confession and the interviews, that they're all on YouTube. You just have to be careful what channels you watch it on, because a lot of them have been edited. Is that Criminal's Confession a new show? On Netflix, they've got one where it's interrogations. Bye, Oma. You have a great day, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in. Criminal Confessions. Okay. Why does the Watts case stand out so much, Blue Mermaid? I think it in a lot of aspects, it's shocking because from the outside looking in, they look like the up and coming family a lot of people, strive to be, just kind of like the American dream, the 3 children, the 2 cars, the white picket fence, like dream that a lot of people have been made to believe is, what you should strive for. Hold on a second. I have to let my cat out of the garage. Ooh, boogie, boogie, boogie. Boogie, boogie, boogie. There you go. I don't let him out. He'll just sit there scratching at the door jamb until there's nothing left of it, and he's ate a hole, scratched a hole through it. But it's from the outside looking in, it's shocking in that aspect. Hope you don't mind. I dropped the link to tonight's show on auction. No, Dari, I saw it. It's right there. I don't have a problem with that at all. Only time I have a problem with people posting links is when people come into my stream and then say that I'm full of shit, and then here's a link to their YouTube channel, or come to my here's a link to vote for Cutie Pie, get him over 100 million subscribers. I hated that channel when they were doing that. It's because they would you can log on and you have to start banning people right away. We're all just sitting around. No, Dari, there's nothing wrong with it, sweetheart. I would have told you something about it if there was a problem with it. You're good. I had objected to that too, Will. Yeah. That's kind of the game that people play, though, on YouTube. You'll see a lot of people go on the channels and they'll say sub for sub, and you know you you do this for me, I'll send people your way. I tell people all the time, like yesterday, I I I first I sent her an email, Lauren, with living well with schizophrenia. First, I sent her an email to let her know that I was going to do it, that I was going to drop a link in my community section about her channel, and then I added her to the sidebar on channels that I like and I suggest to other channel, to my viewers. And it. I really do believe that we need more content like that on YouTube. She deals with her life, with schizophrenia, but it is from a firsthand account, and it's from the patient side instead of the clinician side. You can have people who can talk about schizophrenia and mental health issues from the clinician side, but when you can actually get it from the person who's actually suffering through the actual mental health issues like schizophrenia, there's nothing that's better than that, in my opinion. So I want people to know about her channel. And if people go over and they like her content, they can subscribe to themselves. That we all have the ability to do it or not. Marion Rona Worth, you're so down to earth. Well, thank you. Just me. This is just who I am. Raja. Is that how you pronounce it? Raja? I'm mispronouncing that. Raja, we will never find out the truth about the Christopher Watts did to them. He's a liar and he's a covert narcissist. He will never tell us. Now, nor should we, if he was to say, okay, I'll tell you everybody the truth, come out and make a full confession to why he did it, and and everything else. How can you even believe it? I mean, we already know he's a pathological liar. True, Sarah. She was very visible, not just on YouTube, but on social media in particular. But even then, even though she was on social media and she did put her life and her family out there on social media, it was shocking, from that aspect. Uh, how far did her reach really get besides within her area? Maybe 30, 40,000 people in the Colorado and greater area may have seen or knew who she was. But and then nationally, people may have known her from the Thrive catalog, and magazine, from the promotional material she did that way, but they didn't know who she was necessarily. But it more shocking because from the outside looking in, they just happened to they had a life that looked like they were a middle class existence, and they were moving them the social economic ladder, and they, from the outside looking in, they look like the perfect middle class family that a lot of people strive and they think is the perfect image. And then the way that it all happened and unfolded, and thank God for her friends, for Shannon's friends, and for Nicole for saying, look, there's just something wrong about this. This stinks to high hell. Because there's a chance that if she wouldn't have been a thorn in his ass and called the media outlet, the news stations to come and pressure him to do an interview, there's a chance that we may never have found out what happened to them all. At least not right away. The girls definitely would have been found, but not for a good period of time. I think it was another 8 months. is when the tanks would have had to been inspected. The tanks would have been drained, and then they would have been inspected. But Chris actually set up those schedules. So maybe he had a plan to go back and remove them later on. Don't know. Does he get excited? Yeah. He wants to be in the limelight forever. He doesn't want anybody to ever forget him. Yeah. I'm going to move the camera here for a minute. Abnormal psychology. Let's look it up, since you brought that up. Covert narcissist. Flipped all the way to the D's. Got to go to the C's. Of course, I don't have my glasses on either, which doesn't help. All right. There's nothing on a covert, so let's look up narcissist. Maybe there's something like narcissistic personality. Narcissistic personality disorder. Page 531 to 535. What did I say, 535? $531. It's all highlighted. I've been here before. People with narcissistic personality disorders and covert narcissistic personality disorder is listed here. A personality disorder marked by a broad pattern of different abnormalities and lack of empathy is the basic outline of it. But we'll mark the page, and I will read that later. Pay attention to the actual. You're married to one? I'm sorry. Oh, I missed a comment. At least one. Jacqueline, good morning. Marion, Will, what do you think about Miss Cato's book? Well, first off, I haven't read the book, so it's hard to completely judge it from the outside looking in on the book. I think she has the right to write it. I think she did it for her own selfish reasons. I don't think that she could get a real understanding of him from her brief interactions with him. Judge something from the outside without knowing what the book entails completely. I know a lot of people really believe in what she has to say. I've got the book. It was sent to me. I got it from a subscriber. They sent it to me in the mail. But I haven't opened it up and I haven't read it. I will get around to it, though. Buster B. Owl, He, Ranger, Morning Will, and Chatters. I knew this would be interesting. Now, I hope so. Dana, when is Scott going to be back from jury duty? I hope he knows that. Well, no, he's on grand jury, but I hope he knows just how much, we're all jonesing for more content. How can the state of New York put someone like Scott on grand jury duty for a week? I don't understand that. No, I understand it completely. I've been there myself. But still, I need more content. The look on your face says it all. I'm going to be, so I'm right here. I'm going to be right there. Not going anywhere. Just right here off camera. I can still read your comments. Dari D has 2 cats that are rescued. Kitten's a safe place to go and have a chance at being adopted. Blue Mermaid, I don't know. Don't know how long he's there for. God, I got 2 weeks in grand jury. I thought he said it was a week. That it was a month. No, 6-month pool, and then maybe it is 2 weeks. Man, I hope it's not. Because in his video, he said he was going to try to, upload videos at night, and it's been well over 6 days. I was about to send him a message like, "Hey, Scott, come on." Scott got 2 weeks of grand jury duty. Fine, I guess we'll survive somehow, won't we? Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you doing that. Oh, I do too. I love his delivery, the way he mixes in, the little bit of comedy here and there while he's doing his videos. I've seen recently that he finally started linking his comedy to his actual channel. Karen, have you seen his the video he did at his sister's wedding when he did the speech at his sister's wedding? By foul, by not foul, by far one of the best little comedy skits I've seen. If that's what his comedy is like, I wish I was in New York so I could actually go see him do comedy live. Tammy Lynn, good morning. How you doing, sweetheart? Prince Andrew will retire to the sunny shores just like Princess Margaret. I still have no idea why he thought that interview was a good idea. That was like watching a very slow train wreck. And then he backed up the train and then he just kept on going, just crashing and crashing, crashing. He just there has to be somebody out there that works for the royal family that just said, look, come on, Andrew, don't do this. Just no, don't do it. But he did it. Yeah, if you go to TCL, go to his page up at the where the video description is, he links his comedy channel there now. So in the description, at least on the jury duty one, I haven't watched any of the older ones to see if he was doing it there. Penny, good morning. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if they would. Shrug Trotter. Good morning. Alicat. Alicat. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Mom got breakfast. Hello.
Hello. Say hello to everyone. Everyone, this is my daughter.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good day.
She wants me to eat. Was it McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King. You gotta eat some sandwiches.
Okay. Can you set them on the table for me, please?
All right.
Thank you.
Oh,
Don't let Bogey back in here. He was scratching at the door. He wanted out.
Okay.
My daughter doesn't want me to know, but she's going to be starting a podcast YouTube channel. I'm not supposed to know. Oh, that was Jeanette. That was my daughter. Yeah. 21 years old. There's 19 years, 4 months between my daughter and my son. And they feed me. Yeah. Blue Mermaid, she doesn't want me to know because her own personal reasons. The old studio space that I was in before, in the other part of the house, she's going to be taking it over, and I found out that she was going to be, but she was doing something with the space, and she was looking. This is how I found out. I'll give you the whole story. So she came to me one day and she said, "I'm looking for some antiques to put in the background in my office space that I'm setting up." I said, "Antiques? What are you looking for? Antiques wise? I mean, are you looking for like an antique dresser? And why would you need it in the background?" She goes, "Well, when I do photography." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Well, what kind of antiques are you looking for?" She says, "Well, I'm looking for a typewriter." And I'm like, "Really? A typewriter? That's an antique to you?" And she's like, "Yeah, and maybe like a black and white television, something small that can set on top of a table." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, for aesthetic reasons." And I'm like, you're talking about things from my youth, right?" Donnie Color just logged in. What you think about the new book, Daddy is My Hero, about Watts? Didn't know about it, Donnie Color. Sorry. There's quite a few of them out there. Is it one of those print on demand from Amazon? But and then instead of just setting up the studio space, she started buying the soundproof like tiles to put in on the wall. And then she ordered a couple microphones and tripods and a camera. Why didn't she want me to know? I don't know. It's her own thing. She does things like this where she doesn't want to be a failure. She doesn't want my help. She wants to succeed on her own. Blue Mermaid, your son is 22. That's cool. 9 years between your eldest and your youngest. Your middle one is 22. Good morning, Anna. Look at how much better that is. I don't have to go inside to get coffee. I just reach over and grab it. Oh, yeah. Kim's son is 43. You're old. You're only as old as you want it to. You want to be. I think I'm getting along in years, but I don't think I'm old. Still pretty young at heart. Yeah, it's not that so much that she wants to be judged by my standards. She's very independent, and she wants to make her own way in this world, and she doesn't want to rely on what I've learned. She wants to learn it herself. And I know she'll come to me and ask, when it comes to like more of the technical issues, camera, lighting, and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure she'll eventually come around and ask me about it. It's just between now and when she does. But my wife knew about it. She told her. She's talked to her about it. But she plans on launching it sometime after the new year. CJC, good morning. I'm thinking about doing something on my fibromyalgia, but I don't have a huge amount of equipment. You don't. You don't need a huge amount of equipment, Blue Mermaid. All you need is a cell phone and an internet connection. That's all you need. Now, she doesn't want to fly on my coattails, that's for sure. Kim, you have a lot of health issues as well. Terry Furman, Marble Menthols, now and you're good. Terry. Was it poking out of my pocket? A lot of people out there that have fibromyalgia. A lot of people don't understand what it is. If you can break it down and just talk about it and from your perspective of what it is and tell people how it affects your life, you could seriously help somebody out there. I'm a firm believer in that, and we get there's enough of these, blogger, younger perspective, I guess you could call it, the 20 something, 30 something, age group. But when I filled up my cup, yeah. Rain Dancer, good morning. I got somebody blocked here as a moderator. Second time I've gotten that message. Weird. What? I have no idea what you're talking about there, Rain Dancer. And good morning to you as well. Spina bifida. I'm sorry, Chrissy. And I'm not familiar with spina bifida as a lot. I mean, I know what it is, but it'd be great to have to see that content on YouTube. You have no idea either, huh? Somebody was asking me about Pisces earlier, and if they was on the block list, I checked. Pisces is not on the block list at all. Rain Dancer has me blocked for some reason, and I don't know why. Dari D, from her channel, I mean her content and you, that would be something that she'd have to do. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that one. You can't see Rain Dancer, but I mean I can. I don't know. Rain Dancer, she says, Dari D says that you have her blocked. I don't know. I have no idea about that. Dari D is not from my channel. Neither one of you two ladies are blocked from my channel. So it's not now I see her. Could just be a glitch from YouTube itself. I mean, just like Pisces. If Pisces can't get into the stream, I don't know what the issue there is, because she's definitely not blocked on my end. I checked. I went through all of them. Not there. Your daughter is hacking you for tips? Not yet. I'm sure she will. You know, it's just, my wife has told me, just let her have her space, let her fall, succeed on her own. It's paranormal. Lock your doors. Yeah. I don't understand. It's like I could help her, but she doesn't want my help yet. Was I nervous when I did my first live? Think back. I don't recall if I was nervous. I was confused, though. I wasn't sure if I was even doing it right. This morning live stream right here that we are doing right now, that you are part of, this is the 80th live stream that I have done now in the morning. 80. Well, morning or afternoon. They're not considering counting the nighttime live streams where me and my friends have been sitting around drinking. But 80. I've done 80 live streams now in just a morning or afternoon. And I'm still not doing it right, I'm sure. There's people out there that are more polished. People are always giving me, little tips and stuff like that, and what I should do or what I shouldn't do in my live streams. Don't pay attention to the haters. Don't read all the comments. I don't know. Still here. Good morning. Good Saturday. It's a mini. A red one. I don't know. Why it would say that. Rain Dancer. I see here, but when unblocked says unknown command encountered. Ooh. I've never driven a mini. My mother-in-law has a MG. It's a 1962 MG. I'm not sure what model it is, but that's a fun little car. She can't get it out of her garage. So we've been trying to figure out a way to get it out of the garage for about the last 3 years. The garage pavement from outside the tree roots moved the pavement up about 7 inches. And so the door can't swing outward to open the garage door. It's just sitting there on blocks inside of her garage. She spent so much money on getting that car restored. She loves that car. But that's the only thing in the garage, too. Nothing in there at all, except for dust and tools. And we're probably going to probably have to cut the concrete on the outside and have someone chisel it up so we can get the garage door to open, because it opens this way. from the outward and swings up. Well, she definitely spent a lot of money on having it restored, and it took her quite a few years because a lot of the parts for it she had to get from the UK. I remember her waiting to find someone who could re-chrome the bumpers on it, because there's not a lot of places left in America that do chroming, at least not the original way. You have a 77 MGB Roadster yourself. That's cool. But my wife's stepfather decided one day that he was going to do a tune-up on the car, and he pulled the distributor out of the motor, and then he couldn't figure out how to get the damn distributor back in. So he said he was going to go inside and read a manual on how to figure out how to put the distributor back in a motor, and he never got back around to doing it. And there it has been sitting. She about wanted to kill him because he didn't understand anything about British cars at all. And just, it's one of those things in life, I guess. Wish I had about $2,000 to spare. I do all kinds of stuff to fix my car. Yeah, I wish I had about $2,000 to spare. You call yours the Green Arrow. You can order parts for MGBs, and MGCs online. Oh yeah, there are quite a few collectors groups out there where you can order the parts. There's a lot of companies out there, apparently, from what I remember, that make reproductions of parts, but hers is 100% original. She just wanted the bumpers re-chromed because they had pitting in them. So you had a few Fords back in the day. Atlantic Ocean, hello from Ireland. Need to get the starter fixed on yours? Could lose my car because of this fallout for being stolen 3 times. Wow, 3 times. I mean, the first was a Ford. I have a 1970 Ford F100 pickup. We have that, and we have a Ford Escape, but we don't drive the Ford Escape, and I'm about to sell the stupid thing. Got a club on it now. We both clicked on show Owlie's Rangers comment at the same time. It says another moderator has already taken care of this. And your channel header, huh? I like collector cars. Anna, I've had some some real doozies over the years. Collectible cars. I think the first collectible car that I bought was a 1964 Chevrolet Corvair Monza Spider. Air cooled. They're air cooled cars. Ralph Nader said that they were unsafe at any speed, which is complete crap. He went after Chevrolet and tried to kill that car. Well, so is every Volkswagen Bug or Beetle, but he didn't go after and try to kill the Volkswagen or Bug. They're air cooled, front end, rear engine. Well, I will admit they had way more power than the damn car needed. Rear engine, yep. My sister bought the Corvair, and she could never figure it out because they had 4 carburetors in it, and she could never figure out. And she took it mechanic after mechanic. None of them could ever figure out how to get the damn thing to tune it right. And I told her, because I'm telling her, you're taking it to the wrong people. What you need to do is you need to find a Volkswagen mechanic because they know exactly how to tune these things because they know it's air cooled. And the way that the motor's set up, it's just like a Volkswagen. The only difference is it's in a Chevrolet. And she didn't listen to me, so finally I think I bought it off her for like $500. Perfect. The guy who had it before her had completely restored the inside of it. And the outside was a straight body with no rust. And I had it, and I took it to a Volkswagen guy, and repair guy who does Volkswagen repair. He had a small shop, and he fixed it and had it done in I think 3 days. Had it all tuned up and ready to go. I used to drive that thing all the time. Only time it was not safe to or fun to drive was in the wintertime because all the weight is on the back, so the front end would float. That was easy fix. I just got a bunch of weights for people use for lifting weights, and I put those in the front of the car, so it weighed the front of the car down during the wintertime. Karen's in Arizona. Desert rat. You woke up thinking it was Sunday? That good of a sleep, huh? Shrug Trotter, you had a 56 Bel Air? First car I ever owned was a 60s Buick Roadmaster. First car I ever got. Got it from my grandfather. He gave it to me. I was 16 years old. Just got my license, and he's like, okay, you need a car. I've got this one. That thing was just a tank. It had a dent in the rear quarter panel by the trunk in the back. And I thought, oh, I'll climb into the trunk and I'll kick it. I'll kick that dent out. I damn near broke both my legs trying to kick that dent. It wasn't going anywhere. That thing was built with battleship steel. Been awake since 3 a.m. Jeanette used to be a taxi driver. Rain Dancer, you play PUBG? We have the game in the house. I've never played it. My wife has got it for the PC, and we also have it for the is it the Xbox One or is it the other system? I gotta think about this for a second. So we have both of them. There's Xbox One, and I think that's what she has it for. Because she's got the limited edition Xbox One, I think it is. Yeah, the Minecraft. I'm trying to mentally picture what's on in the entertainment center there. They play a lot of games. You play the online version. What's PUBG? Player Unknown. It's a video game. But they play a lot of games. I have probably, I want to say 30 games myself, but I haven't turned on the system other than to stream Netflix a long time. They buy me games, I never open them. I don't know why they buy them for me. I guess maybe they're hoping that someday that I'll be, that I'll get interested in doing it again. You also play COD also. COD. I'm not familiar what COD stands for. I probably know what it is if you. Well, what is Call of Duty? Oh, yeah, I've got just about every one of the Call of Duty, Black Ops, and all of them. Ooh, that's a little bit of sexual harassment there, Chrissy. Cash on delivery, COD. Not as many as you'd think, Blue Mermaid. Your son is a massive gamer. I have other things to do with my time, I guess. I should make time to at least sit down and play them. I don't know. My priorities in life changed. Good morning, Miss Jagger. Miss Mick Jagger. Dementia is not a fun thing. My grandfather had Alzheimer's. Didn't remember my dad towards the end, but he always thought that I was my dad. My great grandmother had well, it's most likely dementia as well, but she had Parkinson's on top of it. Patty Keegan, good morning. Billy, good morning. You're a dinosaur rain dancer? Don't laugh about near diseases. Yeah, it all depends on how it's portrayed and what you're talking about. I don't have any problems with in a comical setting. True Texan. What's the weather like there now? And good morning. Uh, right now it is 36 degrees where I am. Raining off and on, 40% chance of rain the rest of the day where I am. I'm up in Washington State. Old people have some of the best stories. We are doomed as a society around the world, all of society, we are doomed if we don't learn from our elders. They have a world of knowledge that people just don't want to hear. And that's sad. Raining off and on in California right now, where Patty is. You got some doozies. They just walk away and unsubscribe to people who, I say it's, yeah. I'm in agreement with you there, Derek, Dari. That's really cool, Chrissy. Learn a lot from people. I learned from people, all walks of life. Where did you get your information on Nicole Kissinger? I remember you did a video on her a while ago. There really isn't a ton of public information out there about her, which is weird. Not really, Allie. And it wasn't all that hard to find her. Before her father and her closed down all of her social media accounts, it was really easy to find information about her and find her friends. And to answer your question, that's how exactly I started was, social media and going through her friends list and sending messages to people like, hey, like to get, some information on her and to hear her side of what's going on in this and how she's connected to it all. But start there. But probably impossible now that most of her, well, I think all of her social media is closed. That and she keeps on popping up every once in a while. And TMZ had caught her on video. They weren't even there to cover her. So they were there to in Vail, Colorado. They were following some rich brat, some guy that I can't remember what his name is though. But they were reporting on him showing up in Vail, Colorado to go skiing. And she was part of the group of people who were there. And they were there to follow this person. And they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Who the hell? Nicole's here. So it was right about the time all that stuff was going on. I don't think she's gone underground completely. She's out there. And it's not that hard to find her. A lot of people say, speculated that she was going to change her name and she was going to, legally change her name. She never did that. She never filed for a name change because that's court records would show that. Oh yeah, she had the Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. I don't have my files in front of me here, but I have them. Where do I? I might have them over there. I'd have to go look. But she was out there on just about everything. On Pinterest, she used to share a lot of recipes about or likes about what the hell was it? It was like diet, like keto diet, like recipes. 12/7/87. I started in the United States Air Force. Thank you for your service, Alan. I really appreciate it. You love to go skiing in Vail, Rain Dancer? I've never been there. I've been to Colorado quite a few times. My sister lives there, but I've never been there to Vail. I've been in and around the Greeley, Fort Collins, area of all the other towns around there. I'm supposed to go back there. Oh, her father went absolutely freaking bonkers. He hired people to actually remove her internet fingerprint, all of her social media, and basically make her disappear. Yeah, but she still she owns a home in outside of Denver. I can't remember what the suburb is, but there was a utility bill that we were able to find that was still in her name for that home, and she's still on public record as being the homeowner. Does she live there? Don't know. But that doing it, being an internet sleuth, you can find a lot of information about people if you just didn't know how to, think about it. So what I would do is I would take like a notebook like this, and I write down the name of the person at the top, and then I draw a line down the middle. And on this side, I write down all the questions that I have. Okay, where is she? Where who does she know? And then just start tracing those people, that are known to be associates of hers. And I can't remember what his name is. This guy that he has a YouTube channel, but he's kind of gone off the rails on conspiracy about aliens. Not that I'm not making fun of the aliens. I'm just saying he believes in aliens, but he's gone far beyond that. But he actually did a video about tracing Nicole, and he was the one who actually found the link to the home outside of Denver that she owns and the utility in that, so that I was able to track backwards from that utilities to see if there's anything else, a telephone or anything else in her name. And another name kept on popping up over and over and over again in the disclosure agreements of those who were officers with Anadarko, or however you want to pronounce the stupid oil company's name. Astro Pilot. That's exactly. You knew exactly who I was talking about, Ali. I'm sure that his video on Nicole is still on his channel. I really liked what he was doing on his channel up until that point. I mean, it just doesn't interest me, but I'm sure it interests a lot of other people. But it wasn't. People think they can hide, but they keep on making the same mistakes. If she never went into the witness protection program, there was nothing for her to go in the witness protection program over. And a lot of people also said, well, Colorado has their own witness protection. No, no independent state is allowed to offer the witness protection program. Only the U.S. Marshals are allowed to offer witness protection. And she had nothing to give the U.S. Marshals. If she would have been involved in like some kind of like stock scheme, or her father, embezzling money or something like that, there would have been something more, and she needed to testify about it. She could have qualified for witness protection, but she didn't. He just paid to have her internet fingerprint erased. But like an idiot, she went out there and kept on posting on the internet, and she kept the connections with her friends even after her father paid all that money to have her fingernail, erased. People are how does my friend put that? that human beings are creatures of habit. We do the same things over and over again. And it's like trying to get rid of discovering the truth up until the alien content. LOL. I don't have anything wrong with the alien content. It just wasn't for me. I mean, if he was to put out content about something else, it's great. I mean, he did one about not too long ago about slow cook ham. I think he was making a stew. That was pretty good. I like that video. I stumbled across him, when the Christopher Watts case was first coming out. Karma on her. Ali, yeah. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? What she did and her involvement, it's going to come around and bite her in the ass. Yeah. She is. She's. Good morning, Cece. Karen, I was right there. I was clicking on the same thing as you were again. If you really dig into it and you really want to find her, it isn't that hard. She's going to do the same things again. Will she get involved with another married man? I don't know. Probably. People make the same mistakes over and over and over again in their lives. And eventually she'll pop back up on the radar for something. I just feel sorry for her father. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to erase somebody's fingerprint from the internet, but I'm sure it's not cheap. Andrew, good morning. I'm going for about another 10 minutes here, and then we're going to wrap this up, Andrew. And Cece and everybody else who's joining. April sunset. Mars is a good planet for gambling, I hear. Mars. Okay. Dari D's, good morning. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, Cece. You had me crying the other day, though. I watched your AJ video. What a tragic case. How anybody could do that to a child, I'll never understand. Patty Keegan. Me too, Rain Dancer, Washington. Rain Dancer is up close to Tim. Where is Dari D located at? Yeah. Tragic. In some Allie, in some penitentiaries, they do allow internet access for inmates, but cell phones, for a large part, are not allowed anywhere in penitentiaries at any level. Some lower levels, they may have access to tablets. Cell phones, they don't want them to have access to. because they, especially if they're in there for like gang crimes and stuff like that, they could carry out, hits and stuff like that with a cell phone. So, I don't know about that. Like a flutter should go to Mars. Yeah. Okay. It's true. Ooh, Brexit. We could do a whole live stream on Brexit. Enough people from the UK in here. Studebaker Hawk. Are you golfing today? I am, Studebaker Hawk. That's why I have to take off here shortly. Apparently my wife wants me to die, so she got me fast food for breakfast. Oh, but don't worry, I'm well insured, so my wife will be taken care of along with my children. Low-risk prisoners here are allowed tablets, and inmates can use the email their family and friends. Yeah, discovering the truth. And good morning, by the way. I hope you are doing well. If you guys want to check out a good channel, check out Discovering the Truth. If you can't click on her name here, go to my page, and on the sidebar for channels that I suggest, Discovering the Truth is the top one on the list there. Go check out her channel. You'll really enjoy it. And of course, Cece over at Crime and Coffee. Heat call. Need of an order of furnace parts. Ah, Cece. We love you, sweetheart. We do. And anybody ever talks to you like that again, like that, not going to get into it, but if somebody ever talks to you like that again, just let us know. We'll take care of it. That's completely uncalled for. You're incompetent, huh? That's the government for you. No matter where you live, the government is pretty much incompetent. Need to make some fresh coffee. I got about another 2 cups left in the pot there. People can be cruel, can't they, Studebaker? They can. And a lot of times it's people who are hurting on the inside who lash out the most against others. You don't owe me anything, Andrew, but thank you. I still remember the first time that I went over to the channel. She's like, "Oh my God, Will's here." I was like, a lot of times I'm there, and I just don't say anything. I just sit back, and and while I'm working something else, I'll have her up on this screen, and on the other screen I'll be working. I listen a lot more than I interact. I'm sorry about that though, but try to jump in and say hello. Depending on how much time I have. Yeah. You've got some great friends on your channel, Cece. You really do. I've got some great friends over here. You know, so I'm in the middle of filming and doing my year in review for my channel, and that's definitely one of the things that that has been a blessing. You know, as of all the people that I've met over the year, you know, 15 months that I've been doing YouTube, I've made some great friends, and I hope to make a whole lot more in the year to come. But I'm pretty blessed. Thank you, Discovering the Truth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has come to the end of the show. I must get going. It is almost 10 o'clock here. It's a poltergeist. Lock all your doors. I hope everyone has a terrific day today and stays warm and dry and everything. Oma already took off. I forgot to tell her hope she spends a day with her son. But everyone, thank you again for stopping in, being part of the stream. I really do appreciate it. Bye from everyone.